This Fast 7, to be completely honest with you, is my favorite one. And not because it's the most recent, not because we're sitting here at the junket talking about it, but because because we're honoring Paul. And, you know, we miss Paul, we love Paul, we just wanted to celebrate his life. And it makes this one the most memorable for me.
Like, you know, millions of fans, I was so shocked by the news, you know. How did you react when you heard? How did that hit you?
I was shocked. I heard via text. I mean, I looked down at my phone. There was probably 50 text messages. What? And I pulled the car over. I was with my girl at that time, and I just broke down like many people did and gathered myself together. We drove home and got home again and broke down again and just cried like a baby. And then I just immediately started thinking about his daughter and his family, man. But, you know, the dude was such a good guy. He was one of the best. He was one of the best. So I'm so happy to be sitting here with you. I'm so happy that we had our movie and we finished it, and it was a great tribute to him. I'm happy.
Man, you've got a lot to be grateful for. You guys are on the ride of your life, eh?
Right? That's true.
Just a dream job.
It is. By the way, it is. It's a dream job, and I don't take it for granted, and which is why, look, what we do is incredible. It's hard work. You got to put in time and effort, but at the end of the day, man, it's a movie. It's fun. You go, you enjoy it, escape, lose yourself. Life is tough, by the way, you know? Real life is tough. Life ain't easy, man.
You know it. I mean, you're a from rags to riches kind of guy. And
Yeah.
here you are. I mean, recently, you know, Forbes magazine. You're in the top 10 best paid Hollywood actors.
That's crazy.
I mean, how astonishing is that? Did you ever imagine that?
No, I never imagined it. Look, I was evicted when I was 15, or 14, out of Hawaii, out of our little efficiency that we had there. And then at 23, I had $7 in my pocket. I'm coming from I was the first one in my family to go to college, you know, so we didn't have anything. And to be here now, you know, you mentioned the Forbes thing, and I make $1 or $2 these days. It's like, come on, the life is good. Life is good. They never hear me complain.
You're always humble. This is very nice about you. So I got to wrap up, but I got to ask you.
Yeah.
I asked everybody today, what was the very first car you ever owned? Do you remember what it was?
Yeah.
How much did it cost?
Yeah, I'll tell you a story. I was hanging out in bars in downtown Nashville, Tennessee, at 15 years old, on Broad Street, Lower Broad, where not nice Broad, Lower Broad. I had no business being in these bars. Me and a buddy of mine, who was 23 at that time, and a crackhead came in. This is a true story, and he was like, "Hey, does anybody want to buy a car?" I looked outside, and there was a 77 blue Thunderbird parked outside, powder blue. I said, "How much?" He's like, $80. Because he was just looking for a hit, you know? So I was like, here's $40, and I'll come back, I'll give you the rest. He's like, okay. So me and my buddy got in the car, we took off. We were like, damn, we just got a car for $40. And as we're driving down the highway, I-65 in Nashville, there's some noise in the back, and there was another crackhead passed out on the floor of the big-bodied Thunderbird. We pulled over, kicked him out. I'm like, damn, did that really happen? All right. And then the next day, I went to put gas in the car. The car was probably stolen, by the way. Put gas in the car, but I didn't have a gas key, so I had to trash it, and I left it at a Burger King parking lot. That was my first car that I owned for less than 24 hours for $40 from a crackhead. It's messed up, I know. Sorry, but yes.
I was expecting like, it was a Chevy Impala.
No,
I
dude.
got it for $100.
It's fucked up. I was in a bar and a crackhead for $40.
That's the best, man.